Is it appearing on my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in last class, previous classes, if we just, I want to revise the what we discussed in the last classes. So coming to the, if we see the last class, what we discussed the types of springs and types of springs, material used for the spring, what is the material properties for the spring, end conditions for the spring, and design of helical spring based on strength criteria, deflection criteria, and wait one first. So these are the things we discussed in the previous class. So this is the one slide, end conditions. So based on end conditions, we are going to selecting the length of the spring. So here the list is given. Here four types of the end conditions. End conditions means see the diagram here on the screen. So this is the one kind of end condition. End condition means we have to focus on the end positions of the spring. So here the title itself indicating plain ends. Plain ends means here there is no restriction for the end. Plainly it is going to ending. So this one is going to sit on the surface. So here grounded ends. Grounded ends means the spring is somewhat maintained, made some smooth level to sit the correct position on the ground. Squared end means the position. See here on the top view, here easily you can understand the shape whenever it sits on the surface. The shape is appears as a square. So this is the square one. Square and grounded ends. So most of the our syllabus, most of the questions is generated based on this one. The question, if mentioned particularly, then we have to go. These are all things. If question is not mentioned particularly, so blindly we have to go through this one, squared and grounded end conditions. Okay, so this end conditions is to mainly used to accommodation with the surface, whether it is simply sitting or not. So to see accommodation for the spring, that purpose the end conditions are provided. So based on this end conditions, here total number of tons is given, and this is the solid length, this is the free length. Particularly if the problem is asked to calculate free length, then we have to go through these equations. Particularly the question is asking to calculate solid length, then we have to go through this one. Generally this is the number of tons in the spring is the, see here, n dash, total number of tons, n dash. N dash means nothing but actual n is the number of tons. N dash means number of tons by considering the end conditions. That is the meaning. Okay. And this also we discussed in the previous class. And one of the three topic, surge in a springs. So you can expect this surge in a spring for the 2 marks short answer question. Otherwise, in long answer question also you can expect this one. In long answer question, only A, B, C like the three type question will given. So in that also you can expect this surge in a spring. This is the important concept. Surge in a spring is nothing but. So see here in the diagram have shown here. So diagram here, spring is there. One end of the spring is resting on the wall or any surface. On the other side, we are applying the load. So because of application of the load, what happen actually, the load is nothing but one kind of energy. That load is transmitting by the one by one of the coil deflecting. It means deflection of the first turn, transmitting the energy from the top to second coil, second turn. So the second turn takes the top energy and it deflects and it transmits to the energy to the third, and the third turn is going to take the energy from the top and it deflect and it transmit to the bottom. So in this manner, transmitting the energy from the top to bottom. So while it is transmitting, so this kind of phenomena you can observe, gathering the extra turns at particular one position. So same in this manner, this position is shifted to last bottom surface. Last bottom surface. After reaching this one, again because this is a spring, it is storing the energy. So because that reason what happening, again this energy is transmitting, giving the backward direction. So here initially the gathering of extra turns here, now this one is transmitting from the lower position to upper position. So see here in the third diagram, it is reaches to here. Finally, it reaches to top. So actually, this is the phenomenon happening in the spring while we are applying the load. But this is not going to happen because some time is required for the propagation of stresses along the spring. So because of this reason, whatever the process I just explained, this process is not happen. So this process is referred as a surge in a spring. So what happens, this kind of situations happen. So if we see, in IC engine, at the inlet and outlet valve, what we have, cam and follower is there to operate the valves. So this follower is operated, controlled by the springs only. So the follower is always subjected to fatigue loading. So that because of the fatigue loading, follower is always, this is the follower, just I am drawing the rough diagram. So on this follower, the spring is made in this manner. Okay. So because the follower is subjecting to the continuous cyclic loading, nothing but fatigue loading, so the spring is subjected to also fatigue loading. So just now we discussed what is surge. Surge is nothing but because of some time delay, the propagation of the stresses along the spring is not distributed at particular regular interval. So because of that reason, what happened? The spring deflection is not uniform. Spring deflection is not uniform. So here first load is applied here because of some time delay. Please mute yourself. Somebody is unmuted. So because of the first load, because of the time delay, the propagation of stresses is delayed and the deflection is started after application of some time of the first load. So that is, suppose assume here the deflection for the first load. And because this is subject into the cyclic loading, immediately after a few seconds, again second load is applied. So because of that reason, again the second deflection started. Again, see here the first deflection is traveling here. At the same time, when it is reaches to bottom, the second deflection started. Again after it is the first deflection coming back, the second deflection is going down. So this is the coming back and this is the coming down. So both are going to intersect here. So such phenomena is nothing but the resonance is going to generated in the spring. So at this time what happens? There is a high stresses crossing the permissible stress in the spring and may fail the springs. So to avoid this failure, general in springs, the one standard empirical relation is provided here. That is the fundamental frequency for the springs d by 2 pi d square into n square root of 6 g into g density. So g is a modulus of rigidity and g is a gravity acceleration due to gravity, and the density is the mass density kg per second. So this is the fundamental frequencies empirical relation given. Whatever the frequencies generating here, resonances are generating here, that resonance should not exceed this fundamental frequency. If it is exceed, there may be failure chances. Okay, so here cycle per second is units, nothing but hertz. So this is a short type of question you can expect in the examination. Now, based on the based on the design of helical spring based on strength and deflection and energy criteria, some problem I listed here, solutions we are going to solve now. The first one is a helical spring is made of wire of diameter 6 mm. So wire diameter is given. First we are going to write the given data. Given data. Now see here, what is the given data here? Wire diameter is given d equals 6 mm and has an outside diameter of 75 mm. Outside diameter of the spring is given 75 mm. And permissible shear stress is given, maximum or permissible shear stress 350 megapascal, nothing but Newton per mm square. And modulus of rigidity is given capital G, that is 84 kilonewton per square. Question is asking what is the axial load W, how much can carry the spring, and deflection per ton. Deflection is the symbol, this is the one, per ton. Per ton means nothing but by n, how much. This is the question. So to this question, what are the equations we have to solve this question mark? That we have to list first. So what are the equations we have? First we have the equation shear stress induced in the spring is equal to K into what is the equation? 8 WD. So what is the equation? 8 WD into N by pi dq. Sorry, this is not in here. Into dq. So this is the equation we have one. Here W is there. Another equation we have deflection delta equal 8W d cube into N by GD power 4. This is equation, we have another one. So in this we have, this is the one equation to calculate W, we have this equation to calculate the W. Between these two, which equation is suitable for this problem? That is the first question. Okay, after writing the question, in this whatever the process I'm explaining, in this manner we have to analyze. So both equations we have to calculate W, but which equation is best suitable for this calculating the answer? So see here, if it is the second equation, if you see delta is the deflection value, we don't know, and n value we don't know, and W value also we don't know, that is the question, and G value is given okay, small d value, wire diameter is given okay, capital D value is not given. So these many unknowns are there. So this is the equation not suit for the calculating this this answer. Now see this first equation. This is the shear stress value is given in the question, permissible, this is a 350, and K value load stress factor or walls stress factor. Two equations we have. Okay, so this one we have to calculate, and d value we don't know, small d value is given. So this one we can calculate, this one also we can calculate. Only the unknown w, that is a question mark. It means one unknown is there, so that reason this equation is suitable for the this solvation answer. So first, remember here the question is particularly not mentioned whether we have to consider the curvature effect or without considering the curvature effect. So that reason in both manner we have to calculate. First one is without considering the curvature effect. Without considering effect. Please mute yourself. Somebody is making continuously. Who is that one? '87. Said Hamid, mute yourself. No, first one is without considering the curvature
Sir.
effect. Yes.
Sir, can you just write the answer with it bright, sir? It's too thin, can't see exactly.
Please repeat again.
The writing your writing is too thin, sir. Can't see it.
Okay, making thick.
Little bit.
Here, do you know any technique to increase the thickness? So see, this is on without considering the curvature effect. So without considering the curvature effect, this equation I am writing: shear stress equal Ks 8 WD by pi d cube. So what is Ks? Ks is the shear stress factor. So Ks I am writing separately. 1 plus 1 by 2C. So what is C again here? Spring index. What is C? C is the spring index. C equal capital D by small d. So capital D we don't know, and small d we know, the given in the question as a 6 mm. So capital D we don't know. So to calculate capital D, D naught is the outside diameter of the spring. D is the mean diameter of the spring. So D is the nothing but we can calculate that D naught equal D plus D. So with this equation, D equal D naught minus D. So D naught how much given? 75 mm. Small d is given 6 mm. So 75 mm is 6. 69 mm. So substitute here 69 by 6. So how much this one? Please tell me the answer. Spring index 69 by 6.
11.5.
11.5. 11.5. And substitute the C value here. 1 plus 1 by 2 into 11.5. So now how much this value? Ks value, shear stress factor. Ks value how much?
0.043.
0.043 not. Recheck again. 1 plus 1 by 2 into 11.5.
1.043, sir.
Exactly. 1.043. Okay. Now substitute the Ks value here, and D also just to be calculated as a 69, and this is the 6 mm. Now what is the unknown? This is the given in the question as a 350 megapascal. Only the unknown parameter is a W. So tell me the W value in terms of newtons. Make it fast. How much W value? What happened? Nobody is responding. Total how many students are there? Total 30 students are there. Again strength is decreasing. 51 roll number, are you there? 51 is not attended. Sayed Ilyas, roll number B section. I don't know his roll number. Is there?
413.7.
413.7. Wait. 413.7. Very good. So is it right, Babu? I'm asking to other people. Whatever he given the answer, is it right or wrong? $318, are you there?
Yes, sir.
318.
Yes, sir.
What's your name? Venam?
Kotesh.
Kotesh Babu. What is the
Sir.
answer?
The calculating, sir. No
Make it
calcium.
fast. Listen, whenever all people, I'm telling to all people, whenever you are coming to the machine design class, especially, I already repeated in the DME class also. Design classes, whenever you are coming, you sit along with the calculators and notes. Whatever I'm writing here, that you have to note down. At the end of the semester, more people come and sir, we not listen your classes. Just give the important questions, sir. We prepared that. That is not the way. 313, are you there? Roll number 313. Listen, whenever I'm calling.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the answer, Babu?
Sir, 412.53, sir.
412.53. Okay. So listen, Babu, all people, I'm telling to all people, whenever I'm particularly calling the person, if he not respond, I'll make down his rule number. So while calculating the percentage of attendance, I will treat if you not respond means you are not attending the class, just you are entering in the class and going somewhere. That is not considered as a attendance for the class. I make the absent whenever I'm calling in that particular when you are not respond, that class I am treated you as a absent. Remember this point because I already have experience with you in the last semester DME. So nobody listen in the class and the end of the semester you're coming and asking the important questions. This is not the way. Roll number 15, are you there? Roll number 15 is not there. Mohammad Asibuddin is not there.
Yes, sir, I am there, sir.
So what is the answer? Have you got the answer?
Yes, still calculating.
Still calculating. Silly things you are calculating, taking too much time. So whenever I'm calling, you are unable to speak, just you can keep a message. Otherwise, just raise the hand. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So this is the first procedure by considering the without considering the curvature effect. So here this is the load we calculated axial load, and the another question is deflection per ton. Here I written already deflection per ton. So for deflection per ton, this equation we have to select. This equation we have to select. So I'm writing again this equation. This above equation 8w d cube 8w d cube because the question is asking deflection per ton. So that reason this n I am shifting here like this deflection per ton by g d power 4. So just now we calculated the load. Capital D also just now we calculated 69 and the D is the diameter of the wire 6 mm. Modulus of rigidity is given in the question. Everything is there. Only thing you have to substitute the values and get the answer. 8 into 413.7 into 69 power cube by G value how much given 84 into 10 to the power of 3 into 6 power 4. Now tell me the deflection per ton how much? Make it fast, Babu. .98. Very good. Who is this? Rule number 6. 9.98. I am expecting the answer from all people, not particular few peoples. 9 point. Sorry. .98. Is it right, Babu? Is given the rule number 6 given the answer 9.98.
9.98 only.
Okay. Very good. Rule number 70 also given the answer. Mm. So whatever the values we got, axial load and as well as deflection per ton is based on the without considering the curvature effect. Okay, what is curvature effect? This already we discussed in the derivation of the division of spring based on the strength criteria. Okay, and the second one is the with consideration of the curvature effect. Second one is the with consideration of curvature effect. Of curvature effect. So with consideration of curvature effect means, so listen, with consideration of effect of curvature effect means this k equal 4c minus 1 by 4c minus 4 plus 0.615 by c. This equation we have to consider. Remember, this k value, k is known as wall stress concentration factor. Okay, so this k value we are considering here. Shear maximum shear stress in the wire equal k into 8 WD by G d power 4. Sorry, by pi d cube. Pi d cube. So here instead in previously what I written here, in place of k, ks I written, but here the equation is becomes changes as a k. Ks is a wall stress concentration factor. This is the equation. So the equation is AW d by pi d cube. Okay. So already this is the equation is given. How much the stress value is given here? How much stress, shear stress 350 is given. So right here 350. 350, and here k value, c value already we calculated. C is nothing but spring index, capital D by small d. So capital D we got as a 69, small d as a 6. How much we got in previously just now we calculated this one.
11.5.
11.5, very good. Okay, and substitute here you will get the k value. So what is that? 4 into 11.5 minus 1 by 4 into 11.5 minus 4 plus 0.615 by C. So C means here 11.5.
1.124, sir.
1.124. Okay, very good, bro. So substitute here 1.124. In W value, that is the question mark here. D value 69, small d is a 6. Substitute the all values in this equation and get the axial load in terms of newtons. How much? Tell me the W value. Do it fast, Babu.
382.7.
How much, Babu? 3?
382.7.
382.7. Now second question is deflection per ton. Same equation we have to take. That is, what is the equation? Deflection per ton, 8W d cube, 8W d cube by G d power 4. So here W value we are taking this one. Okay. So D value we got as a 69 and small d is a 6. So now tell me the deflection per ton. So 8 into 382.7 into d cube, 69 cube by G value how much? 9.23. Very good. Roll number 6 given 9.23. So G value how much? 84 into 10 to the power of 3 into 6 power 4. Okay. Is it right, Babu? Roll number 6 given the answer 9.23 mm. Is it right, too? Is it correct, Babu? Same answer should reflect in all students. All students calculation what you are doing, same answer should be there. Then only our calculations are perfect. Somebody getting the 11.23, somebody getting 10.23 means not that is a not correct procedure.
Sir, 9.23.
So shall we move to next problem? If you don't have any doubts in this problem. Remember, when the question is not particularly mentioned, whether we have to consider the curvature effect or without considering the curvature effect. Considering the curvature effect means this equation we have to take, whatever is appearing on the screen. Without considering the curvature effect means Ks value we have to consider. Ks means 1 plus 1 by 2c. Okay, this equation we have to consider. This is the equation for without considering the curvature effect. This equation for with consideration of curvature effect. Remember this point. Okay. Now there's next question. The question is design a spring for a balancing measure from the 0 to 1000 newtons. So first write down the given data. First writing the given data. Load is given W value measuring from 0 to 1000 newtons, so that is 1000 newtons I am considering, over the scale of length 80 mm, so nothing but deflection, total deflection 80 mm. Spring is to be enclosed in a casing of 25 mm diameter. So this is nothing but outside diameter of the spring 25 mm. So nothing but, see here, this is the spring I am drawing here. This is a spring. This spring is enclosing in a container. So this container diameter is given how much? 25 mm. Nothing but this outside diameter of the container, this outside diameter of the spring, both are equal. That is the meaning D naught as a 25 mm. Okay. And the approximate number of tons value given, N value is 30. And the spring modulus of rigidity G value is given 85 kilonewton per mm square. Question is asking additionally, calculate maximum shear stress how much? It means two questions are here. One is the designing, another one is the how much shear stress is induced. So first, for this purpose, so design is nothing but it is totally concerned with the parameters, whatever the parameters are there related to pertaining to the spring. What are the parameters? Outside diameter and mean diameter, wire diameter, what is the length of the spring. Okay, the length of the spring. So these are all parameters pertaining to the design. Okay, so for this, first I am calculating the designing the spring. So in designing spring, what parameters are required? These are all things I explained here. So see here, first for this calculation, deflection of the spring here, we know deflection of the spring 8W d cube into N divided by G d power 4. Okay. Now deflection is given in the question 80 and the load is given as 1000 newtons, and the D value we don't know how much D value. So actually see here, D naught equal D plus D. Okay. Another relation we have, C equal capital D by D. So this equation if we see here D cube is there, here D power 4 is there. It means D by D if you take whole power cube, this will be considered as a C power 3. So slightly here I am changing again, rewriting the equation. The deflection equal 8W into C cube into n by g d. So only power 3 I consider these two. Only power 3 consider because one d is there. Okay. Now 80 equal 8 into 1000 into c power 3, we don't know c, into n divided by g into d. So with this, what we'll get? We'll get the answer in terms of c cube, in terms of c. So why we'll get the in terms of c? See here, unknown parameters here, g value is given in the question, n value also is given in the question. N value is a 30 and g value is 85 into 10 to the power of 3, and d value, just consider d value as a 4 mm, wire diameter is a 4 mm. Consider this one. Whether what after getting the answer, our consideration is within the limit or outside of the limits, we are going to confirm. So that's the reason, just consider d as a 4 mm. Now substitute the all values and get the c value. Tell me what is the c?
4.83.
4.83. Okay. So after getting the c value, go through this relation, spring index c equal d by d. So c equal d by d means d equal c into d. So c value just now we calculated as a 4.83. D value just now we assumed 4 mm. Now tell me the d value how much? D value how much? 4.83 into 4. How much, Babu? Make it fast. .83 into 4.
19.32.
19.32 mm. Spring relation is d plus small d. Okay, so d value just now we calculated 19.32 plus spring diameter we considered, assumed that 4. So if you add these two, 19.32 plus how much? The 19.32 plus 4, 23 point somewhat we'll get. 23 point. Okay, rule number 56. Okay. Now tell me this answer, 19.32 plus 4. 23.32, I think. Okay. That is the outside diameter of the spring. So see here, outside diameter means casing diameter is given in the question, nothing but outside diameter of the spring 25 mm is given in the question. Here, see here. Okay, this is the given in the question. But by assuming the wire diameter 4 mm, we got the mean diameter of the spring 19.32, and by adding these two, we are getting the outside diameter this much. It means our calculated value is within the limits. Means it is our calculated value is not exceeding the permissible value. So based on this criteria, we can conclude one thing, that is our assumed d value, wire diameter value 4 mm is safe. So after writing this statement, so what is the parameters required for designing diameter of the spring, that we calculated as a 4 mm, mean diameter we calculated 19.32, and outside diameter is already given, but our designed value outside diameter 23.32. These are all we calculated. So this is nothing but designing of the spring. Okay. Now next additional question is given, maximum shear stress induced how much? So maximum shear stress is question is not mentioned here without considering or with considering the curvature effect. So that's the reason directly I'm considering the curvature effect here. You people, I'm telling you, calculate the same answer without considering the curvature effect. Okay. So maximum shear stress I'm calculating with consideration of curvature effect, K into 8 W d by pi d cube. Okay. So this one is nothing but vast stress factor, that is 4c minus 1 by 4c minus 4 plus 0.615 by c. Okay, you have to remember this one, but whenever I will ask the question, this one, you people ready to tell the answer. Okay, so what is c? C is the spring index, capital D by small d. So how much we got in previous case, this one? C value, how much we got? 4.83. 4.83. Okay. Now substitute the 4.3 here, 83, and get the value of K, and substitute here, you will get the maximum shear stress. Okay. So I am writing here K value, how much? 1.32. K value is 1.3. So I am writing here 1.3 into 8 into load, how much given? 1000 newtons, into D value 19.32, we got pi into wire diameter we considered 4. Now tell me the maximum shear stress induced. Maximum shear stress induced, megapascal. Tell me the maximum shear stress induced. How much the answer, Babu? Tell me the answer. 1015. Roll number 70 is given. 1015. Very good. 1017. So 1017 megapascal. So is it right to all? Just check it whether it is rule number 70 is given. Whether it is given the correct answer, wrong answer, I don't know. So you have to, if you people get the all same answer, then it is correct. And you people do the same procedure, same answer, maximum, calculating the maximum shear stress without considering the curvature effect. So without consideration of curvature effect means instead of taking Ks we have to take Ks is the shear stress factor 1 plus 1 by 2c. This equation we have to write without consideration of curvature effect. Remember, Babu. So I am asking you to calculate the same shear stress, maximum shear stress without considering the curvature effect. Tell me the answer. Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, so we can move to the next problem. Shall we move to the next problem? Any doubts you have?
Sir, I got 999.33.
Which one, Babu? This is the one.
Yes, sir.
999.33. So why it is happening? Just check it. Actually, the value should come 1018 megapascal. So you got 1 point less. Okay, it is correct, but you getting the lot of difference. Actual answer, this is the one. You check it once again. Where you did the mistake? Check it once again. Okay. Now see, this is another question. Design helical spring Design helical compression spring for a maximum load of 1000 newtons. So first I am writing the given data. Given data, maximum load is given W as 1000 newtons, and deflection is given 25 mm. Spring index is given capital C 5. Maximum permissible shear stress for spring wire, that is sigma max, is given here 420 megapascal or 420 Newton per mm square. Modulus of rigidity is given capital G 84 kilonewton per mm square. Here specifically question is itself mentioning consider the Wahl's factor, means considering the curvature effect. Focus on the questions here. Consider the take the Wahl's factor. It means here we have to take the k value as 4c minus 1 by 4c minus 4 plus 0.615 by c. This k we have to consider for this problem. Question is asking design the helical spring. So designing helical spring, first one, mean diameter of the spring coil we are calculating. D, mean diameter of the helical coil we are calculating. So to calculate the diameter, we have one relation, maximum shear equal K into 8WD by pi dq. This is the equation we have. Okay, so with this equation, here load value is given in the question, d value, that is a question mark, and we don't know the small d. So to this, calculating the small d, what is the procedure? We don't know the capital D and we don't know small d. So see here, this equation, spring index capital D So are you there, Babu?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for disturbance. Sudden power cut is there by the reason. Wait, I'm taking the attendance.